It's finally a Friday, and what does tomorrow hold? Only God knows, but we will wildly speculate on Bible News Radio starting right now.
So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore thou shalt hear the word of my mouth, and warn them from me.
Have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather expose them.
Coming to you from an undisclosed location in Middle Tennessee and examining current events from a biblical perspective, this is Bible News Radio with your hosts, Randall and Stacy Harp.
The club isn't the best place to find a lover, so to you is where I go. Me and my naked heart in your presence, get erect, drinking fast until you overflow. You can move it and start
Friday,
a
people.
conversation with just me, and I trust you cause you understand. Then you take my hand, you sweep me away in your peace, and then we start to dance. And I'm singing like, Lord, you know I love your love. Your love's amazing to choose somebody like me. Now I'm gonna follow your lead. If they think I'm crazy, I don't care. I'll say, hey, I can't say enough how you lay down your life so we could be free. So now I'm gonna follow your lead. Come on now, follow his lead. You will love and I worship you.
Hello, everybody.
Whatever you say, I will do.
So this is Becca.
You have my heart, show me the truth. Elohim, breathe on me. Let your glory fill this room till everything's not just like you. Every day discovering something brand new. Elohim, breathe on me. Holy, 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 holy. Elohim, breathe in me. Holy, 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 holy. Elohim, breathe through me.
Hi.
Holy, holy, holy. Ruach Elohim, breathe on me.
Bare faces tell me what to do. Can you believe that?
You are love and I worship you. Weak, I had no strength left but to cry. That's when you showed me just how great you are, cause you saw me, told me I'd never be lonely. Show me you heard every word I prayed. We talked for
Everybody.
hours about your spirit and power, how everything is gonna be okay. With each glimpse of eternity, I found joy in the suffering, found a way where there was no way. And I'm singing like, Lord, you know I love your love. Your love's amazing to choose somebody like me. Now I'm gonna follow your lead. If they think I'm crazy, I don't care. I'll say, hey, I can't say enough how you lay down your life so we could be free. So now I'm gonna follow your lead. Come on now, follow his lead.
Oh.
You are love and I worship you. Whatever you say, I will do. You have my heart, show me the truth. Elohim, breathe on me. Let your glory fill this room till everything's not just like you. Every day discovering something brand new. Elohim, breathe on me. Holy, 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 holy. Elohim, breathe in me. Holy, 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 holy.
There he is, Mr. Wonderful.
Elohim, breathe through me.
That point the right way.
Holy, holy, Ruach Elohim, breathe on me. Every day
Really, Randall?
something brand new. You are love and I worship you. Come on, Holy Spirit, come on. Come on, Holy Spirit, come on. Come on, Holy Spirit.
Did you see what he did
come on.
there?
Come on, Holy
Come on,
Spirit,
people.
come on. Come on, Holy Spirit, 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 come on. You are love and I worship you.
I gotta make a heart one of
Whatever you
these.
say, I will do. You have my heart, show me the truth. Elohim, breathe on me. Let your glory fill this room till everything's not just like you. Every day discovering something brand new. Elohim, breathe on me. Come on, Holy Spirit, come on. 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 Come on, Holy Spirit.
He ain't welcome here.
Come on, Holy Spirit. Come on, Holy Spirit. Worship you.
All right, that was a little long, wasn't it? But hey, it's Friday. Free for all Friday, people.
Day, people. Friday.
Friday.
Free dog.
The big Friday debate. Should it be Friday or Friday?
Yay.
Unless you're in some other part of the world, then it would be like Saturday. Right? All right. Like if you were in Australia, is it Saturday now or Sunday?
Well, let's see.
Don't remember.
15 hours ahead of here, I think. So, yeah. Yes, it's into Saturday.
Well, happy weekend if you're in the other part of the world. Oh, Saturday morning. Okay, so, all right. So, hey, everybody. Welcome to the show. We are your sweet and lovable hosts. I am Randall. Well, Bareface. It's not his real name. But you're in Australia. Hi, Jess. Welcome to the show. Glad that you're here. I am your sweet and lovable host. See, there's proof. I wrote it on my thing there. Yeah. You know what? To this day, I have no idea who said that about me, but whatever. I should have a Jesus emoji. Ooh, yeah, and do a battle with the devil emoji. That's an idea.
Yeah, that will really help people to take the gospel seriously. With little stick puppets of a Jesus emoji and the devil emoji. Just saying.
I start Awana this Sunday teaching the children, so that's actually a pretty good idea. How many think that's a good idea in teaching children about Christ? Yeah, that's what I say, uh-huh. See, you totally agree with me, and I knew it.
Who does? I see no comment. I see hearts, unless you're taking the hearts as...
Well, if you... Okay.
Hey, Andrew Grieg.
Put a 1 if you agree with me. Just say it, right? See? I'm not Jess. I'm Lori from... Oh, you're Lori. Hi. Sorry, Lori. Thank you for coming in here.
Lorzo.
I appreciate it. I'm on my phone, and I can't read very well. Or speak, for that matter. See? Look at that. Mia and Melanie, they agree with me. And so does Denise. See?
All right.
See, my peeps back me up. That's right. See, that's why I love all you guys. See the bus? Randall just got rolled over. It's right under it. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the first thing I want to say here is I want to read, just because this is so cool. Wait, hold on. Actually hasn't come up. Ugh. All right. So some of you guys have been reviewing our show on iTunes, and I have to tell you, in the history of my show, has been 12 years long, I've never had this many reviews. And I'm actually waiting for it to load, and I don't know if it's going to load. My internet's been weird. iTunes sometimes doesn't work. God might not want me to read the the reviews on iTunes. They're so good. He might just want me to see them all for myself. Wait. Oh, okay. Here they are. Okay. And I want to thank you guys personally for taking the time to review the show, because this is cool. Okay, so Scope Girl, a.k.a. Melanie, right? Melanie, that's you, right? She gave our show a 5 stars, which I totally appreciate. It says here, I have been a listener/viewer for about 2 years now and have made this show a regular part of my day, Monday through Friday. I think you actually watch us every day, but that's okay. I'll take it. Randall and Stacey Harp, a wonderful married couple who host and produce this show, provide news from a biblical Christian perspective, which is difficult to find anywhere, as well as interviewing fabulous guests. I encourage you to check out Bible News Radio for at least a month. It will make a difference in your life. Aw, see, that's so nice. That was such a nice one. All right. I mean, they're all nice. Okay. The next one I want to read is from Denise in Pennsylvania, who's also here in the room. Okay. Denise said, I've been following and listening to Stacey and Randall Bible News Radio for years. That's actually true. It's been a long time, actually. It's been, I don't know how many years it's been, but it's been a while. Their programs are informative, extremely interesting. The Harps are real people, no pretense, and I make every effort to stay connected to them. You will not be disappointed when you follow them and tune into their show. Now, thanks to iTunes, I can listen to them more conveniently. Can't wait to start receiving podcasts on my iTunes so I can listen anywhere I go. See, is that nice? That is so nice. And yes, anywhere I go, you can follow me because we're all over the place on social media, but that touches my heart. Oh, yeah, I know. I know, Melanie. I was just teasing you. Okay, now this next review is by a guy named Gun Dude. All right? But it happens to be Matt Crane, in case you guys are curious who wrote this. Matt Crane wrote, I first and this is the one that this This so touched me. Listen to this. I first began listening to Stacy Lynn and Randall only a couple of years ago after the loss of a job and subsequent period of re-examination of my faith and professional path. Bible News Radio has blessed my life in so many ways that the, quote, conventional, unquote, church has not. This show has more Christian heart than any of the many Christian podcasts I listen to. The variety of awesome guests on the show attests to the hard work offered to the listeners every single day. If you really want to appreciate the heart of Jesus, spend committed time getting to know this show. Bible News Radio is, quote, where the rubber meets the Christian road, unquote, and can get you and can help you understand true humility. See, this is going to make me cry, even though I did cry when I first read it. Okay, anyway, may God bless Stacy and Lynn and Randall Harp. They most certainly bless many others with their show. Wasn't that nice? That was so nice. What touches me about this one is that Matt was really struggling in his faith, and he used it, and this show, our show, has encouraged him and all that. So, and then Mitch Jackson, streaming lawyer, famous, bigwig lawyer. He said, I first met and connected with Stacy Harp on live streaming live video platform. I enjoy her perspective on life and respect her approach to business. Because of this and the message she shares in this podcast, I've made it a point to stay connected. I encourage everyone to add Stacy's podcast into your weekly listening schedule. Enjoy. So there you go. So, I know a couple other people are going to be writing reviews. And if you guys want to write iTunes review too, that would be awesome. Even if you don't give us 5 stars, that's okay. I don't care. Okay, I lied. Actually, I care a little bit, but
your honesty is more important.
But I'm honest, and if you guys just say the truth, that you love us so much, that we're great, that we cheer you up, that we bring you down occasionally, that we smack you in the reality occasionally. In fact, why don't you just quote that in your review? Just come back, rewind this review, and then go ahead and... No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Not that... it is weird. I've been... we've done this show 12 years, and I've never... I don't care about this type of stuff, but... yeah, see, we should just take that. You guys rock, and you make my day better. Thank you.
Boom, mic drop.
Yeah. There. This is
hard to do that when it's
in the boom thingy.
Yeah.
All right. So I do want to tell you guys.
Look at that.
Look at that. See, you should have wrote that in your review.
That was really sweet, but you should have.
No.
You should have put that in your review.
All right. Look. I had a really nice conversation earlier today with Juanita, who is over in New Zealand, and you guys know, ouch, man, my carpal tunnel just kicked in. Dang it. Okay, anyway, so long story short,
I'm sorry to hear that, Hoggies.
I know that some of you are aware that there's this social media event taking place next week over in New Zealand. And I want to let you know that Juanita has given me a direct link and a discount for you guys if you so desire to sit in on this social media event. I know some of you, it's like, what? This has nothing to do with my life. I don't even care about this. But some of you might know other people who are interested in social media. And so we wanted to share the link and the cost of the ticket. So this is a social media conference live stream ticket. Basically, you watch it online because it's a live streaming thingy. And it's $100 New Zealand money, which is about 72, 73, 74, 75 bucks, give or take, American money. So this is I'm not even sure how many days this. I guess it's a two-day conference. Mm-hmm. And there's 30 speakers at it?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's 30 speakers at it. It's a 2-day conference. And you can watch it on your computer. Let's see. And also a week after the event. So I guess you get a week. I don't know, maybe longer, but at least a week. So you get a week to listen to the videos and stuff of the speakers after the event. So if it's something that you're interested in, then what bit.ly link did we come up with?
Yeah. Yeah. So if you're looking to step up your social media game and you know who you are.
Are you Are you going to put the graphic up?
Yes, I
Okay.
am.
Wasn't sure.
Just
All right.
trust me.
I
okay?
do. I trusted you.
Don't you trust this face?
I do.
All right.
I love that face.
I'm glad.
The face of a non-killer.
Yep.
Hey, Tracy.
Yeah.
You're here. Thank you for coming in, Tracy.
So roll that graphic.
Okay. Is it there?
Yes, it is.
Okay. There's a delay. I can't see it.
So the Online Business Academy presents the Social Media Conference 2017, The Evolution, September 15th and 16th. And you can hashtag SMCNZ17. Yeah, Social Media Conference New Zealand 2017. Anyway, so if you can't afford to get yourself to New Zealand in the next few days, but would like to benefit from this conference, and you may not be up at those hours, and that's why you can you can live stream it and catch it after the fact as well. There's the link bit.ly/NZ stream for New Zealand stream.
Mm-hmm. So. Or if you're here in Periscope after the show, just go to my profile there, click on the link, and it's also linked there. It's the top link. I just put it in my link tree series of links. Just so you know. So if you do it, and if you do sign up, let me know. Okay. Some of you actually might, and some of you might not. I told Juanita, so I don't know how many of my listeners are interested in doing social media, but in the event that you are, Chocolate Johnny's going to be speaking, Vicky is going to be speaking, and then a whole bunch of other people who are relatively, I guess, pretty well known in New Zealand and other areas. So, well,
just in the social media space, and
but yeah,
Tracy, you can save the fuel for your jet and just live stream it instead.
Yeah, actually, you might like it, Tracy, especially if you really are interested in social media. $75 investment to hear
for 30 speakers.
For 30 speakers is
it's
essentially free. It really is.
Yeah,
I mean,
it comes out $2 and change per speaker.
Yeah, so that's yeah. So check it out.
Thanks for inviting followers, Lori.
Yeah, and we really, really, really appreciate it. So I wanted to say that. Also, I want to let you know my class, my social media. It's not social media.
It's better than
what?
Better than social media.
My Stop Lying to Yourself course. It's still on sale. I haven't nixed it yet. Just so you know. So if you're interested in my course, enrolling in it, you want more of me. The sale is still on right now. Let's see. You'll have to tweet Chocolate Johnny and find that out yourself. Let's see here. Anyway, stop lying to yourself. Stop it. And again, I've gotten some really great feedback on that, but I don't have it written in front of me. But you guys are really nice, and I really appreciate it. And I'm actually coming up with another course. You know what it's going to be about? I'm going to tell you right now. It's going to be about how I'm trying to think of the right way to put it.
How the West was won?
Yeah, that's it. No, the idea is it's going to be about how you beat yourself up. Mm-hmm.
Got the bruises to prove it.
No, it's going to be about how you abuse yourself. That sounds funny.
Like all about me, or this is a tell expose on me?
I'm not wording it right, so just forget I even said that. Never mind. Pretend I didn't even say that. Okay. Also,
so about self-deprecation, perhaps.
Yeah, it's about how you
overcoming that, or
I don't know. I wrote some notes on it. I can't remember now.
Okay.
But anyway,
your curiosity has been piqued, people.
People. Stop beating yourself up. Yeah, something like that.
Might as well, keep it the theme.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, Ariel Ministries is also our ministry. Yeah, we actually are in the same house. You could tell from the color of our wall, huh? Yep. Yeah. Here, I'll show you. We'll do this. Okay, you see this right here? This thingy? I'm going to hand it now to Bareface.
Well, hold on here. Let me
Okay, wait.
Let's go
that
with
way
the split
we can
screen.
prove we're in the same house.
And
is that your son? This emoji? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's totally my son.
Just like you.
Okay.
Same color hair. Now
so
put it towards your camera.
It is towards my camera.
I know, so I can get my hand in the camera, taking it,
Gotcha.
and pull it over here.
Yep. Uh-huh.
That's
Can you
fine.
believe the amazement of modern technology? That's what you all look like right now, and you know it.
Yeah.
So
This is Free for All Friday, all right.
Cheryl is here. I love her. She's so cool. You guys gotta follow Cheryl if you're not. I mean, you gotta follow everybody, but Shirley is so great. Okay, that's that right there. All right, so what else was I gonna tell you? Oh yeah, Ariel Ministries is our sponsor. You guys, just so you know. And
They're not responsible for this content.
I have some good news. I have some good news. Okay, here, I'll give Randall this. That's my favorite one. He can't have that. Wait. Here, you can have this one.
No. Just trying to explain what seemed like a pass of the deal on camera. It's like...
Huh? Okay.
Anyway.
Anyway, Ariel Ministries is a wonderful ministry that puts up with us. And they love us a lot. Apparently. Anyway, you can use the coupon code Bible News, save 20% on anything. By the way, the Yeshua books, there's volumes 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I got it on good authority that guess what, you guys? There is an abridged version of this series coming out next month. And so next month, we're going to be able to offer that to you for the discount. And you know what? How cool is that? And
Cool.
yeah.
Kind of
So
like the highlights.
it's like the
series.
it's the highlights of the highlight series.
But the volumes 1 through 4 aren't the highlights. I mean,
yeah,
that
you're
gets
right.
depth. That's in depth. It's like the full life of Messiah from Messianic Jewish perspective.
Yes.
Whereas the abridged is probably akin to the highlights. I should put myself on screen.
You should.
The highlights is probably akin to, or similar to the verbal presentation
Yes.
that Dr. Frukenbaum gave.
Is the 7-book series? Yes, it is. The 7-book series is still available.
What 7-book series is that?
That's the D.L. Cooper.
Messianic series.
Yeah, I was trying to remember the name. That's right, the Messianic series. That one is still available too. And it's worth it. I mean, you guys, hey, if you want some good commentary, it's definitely worth it. I've been reading a number of the books because, they sent them to me so I could show them to you and stuff.
And I'm just reading the first in the series, The God of Israel, and if it's any indication of the rest, it's good stuff.
It is good. I've
Really
learned
good
a lot.
stuff.
In fact, I learned something very cool in the Revelation book, the commentary on Revelation, which isn't in that series, but you can still get it for like $7 or something like that. And because in my quiet time, one of the things people ask me all the time is how do you study the Bible, and how do you have a quiet time that is effective? And it's different for everybody. So there really is no, in my opinion, and it's just my opinion, I don't think there's not a formula for having a good whatever. I mean, like, for example, when Randall and I got married, I had this big dream of like morning devotions with Bareface and evening devotions with Bareface.
Those would be good book titles.
We would, I know, right? Morning devotions with Bareface, and put a little color of a beard. Should I get book 2 of Yeshua or the D.L. Cooper series?
Ooh, man.
Man, that's a hard one, Melody.
Well, it depends on whether you want to, know more about...
Denise, what do you think? Do you think that she should get the Yeshua book or the D.L. Cooper thing?
No children, fortunately, for all of you.
You should pray about it, Melanie.
There's a good answer. It's a very good answer.
That's a cop-out answer. I don't know.
but
I
it's
have
good.
no idea.
The dancing
Yeah.
Katil has joined us. Or Katesi?
Kalalisi?
Khaleesi? Anyway,
I don't know.
prayers work. Yeah, no, not a cop out. Yeah, man, if they're, they both tell about the Messiah. Well, this isn't an answer but to help you make a choice. Of course, the Yeshua series, and I should go solo, so I have more realistic to show the book. This is volume 2, Life of Messiah from Messianic Jewish
You'll
Perspective.
flip a coin. Okay, there you go.
You get a lot more of the rabbinic Judaism sort of mindset of the time, and helps you understand the Gospels a lot more, coming from with all the excerpts from the Talmud and Mishnah and all that kind of stuff. And whereas my understanding of the Cooper books is that it's looking at the scriptures in general, and rather than just focusing on the life of Messiah in the Gospels, it's kind of looking at all scriptures and where we see Messiah in Old Testament and New Testament. So either way, you're learning more about Yeshua, about Jesus, so it's hard to go wrong.
Amen. All right, so, and then, of course, did I mention our pillars of the community? First of all,
No, you didn't.
What? I did?
Well, you just did now.
Oh.
But do it.
You know what, you guys?
More.
I love you guys. I do. I love all of you. I really do, actually. I'm not the best lover in the world. Just ask Randall. There's so many ways you could take that. But what I mean by that is that I should probably take my foot out of my mouth right now. Hey, Sherry, welcome. Come on in. But what I mean is I try. I try, people, just so you know. But the pillars of a community that God has, blessed us with, we really do appreciate you guys a lot. Because, there's not a lot. I guess one way to feel validated is when somebody backs you financially. And that's what you guys have done. And so it helps us, because we know that we can depend on you to help us out so that we can, eat and stuff. So, so if you're not a pillar of the community yet, but you like our show and stuff, I would just ask that you would consider, becoming one, so that you can continue to, help us spread the gospel. I mean, that's what we're about, right? We're about doing that. And we got great interviews and a lot of really cool guests coming up. Dolly Parton is going to be on our show. I know. It's shocking, isn't it? But not in the way that you think. I actually have been invited to a press conference with her, and so it will be a recorded thing, and I'll get an opportunity to ask her a question. She's got a brand new book out, and I actually don't have the date for the press conference yet, so I can't tell you, but I'll advertise it when she's on. And then we have a number of other people too coming up. I'm trying to still get Mark Hitchcock, who is, a really good prophecy expert. Near the end of the month, I actually have a couple of other authors coming up, which I'll just mention later because I don't have their books in front of me. But yeah, we get, at the end of every year, I usually go back through my year and go, who did I interview? And sometimes I'll go, oh my gosh, I interviewed that person. I didn't even remember that, and it's I don't know. It's just cool. I have asked her, I have asked Pastor Cindy on the show. I haven't set it up yet, though. I'm not sure yet if she really wants to come on. That's part of it, I think, right there. She was a little bit shocked that I asked her, so I don't know. I'll follow up again, though, because I would love to have her on. I think it would be neat to talk to her about, her testimony and, just the way that she's been blessed with the ministry that she has is totally cool. And it's neat to see it. To me, it's really neat to see how the Lord has brought the body of Christ with its different facets. I look at the body of Christ and think about a diamond, right? I mean, diamonds have different facets. When the light is shining on a diamond, like these diamonds that my father gave me, when the light shines on there, you see different things, right? And I'm like, yeah, I didn't see that way. I didn't see that this way, which actually goes into my Bible News Radio Seek Wisdom challenge that I'm doing this month. This is where we're reading through the book of Proverbs together, and it's kind of cool because I'm seeing some verses that you guys are getting out of the the book, and it's just reading a chapter of Proverbs every day, corresponding with the day. Like today is chapter 8. And like, what did you get? And I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. I never saw that before. And it's just neat because that's how God is. The Holy Spirit, he speaks to us all the time if we just pay attention. And getting back to your quiet time, and how to do that, how to walk closer with God is just, just be you. God's not like, by the way, you have to stand on one foot, twirl around in a circle. You got to wear this thing on your head at the same time as you're doing this over here and blow a bubble of bubble gum in order to talk to me. In fact, I was thinking about this earlier, and I was thinking about how the Bible, Jesus talked about, just being like a child, right? And I don't know about you, but when I hear kids pray, part of me just laughs because I'm like, really? That was it? God, heal my daddy. Amen. I'm like, what? That was it? There's not a whole lot of pretense with children. And that's how God wants it with us. I mean, we are his kids after all. And sometimes I think, he's kind of like, really? In fact, I was playing pickleball today. I played this morning, and I play with a lot of different personality types. I play with people who are kind of there. Some of them are there just to have fun. Others are there to compete. And today I got to play with a lot of the competitors, and it was completely different because, they were like, well, hit the ball that way. Next time, don't just move over this way and do that. And in my mind, I'm thinking, would you just shut up? Really? Because the next time you miss a shot, I'm just going to tell you what to do. There's that part of me. And yet, if you apply that to your spiritual life, I don't think Jesus is looking down going, hey, you know what? I cannot believe that you read that Bible verse that slow. Next time, you need to read it quicker and get the application a little bit better, people. That's not God. Jesus is kind of like, hey, you know what? Come on over here. Let's talk and just sit down. And he wants to be respected. He deserves to be respected. And if you don't respect him, you're an idiot. Okay. Just saying. But he is so loving and so gentle and so kind that for me, it's hard not to want to be with him and spend time in his word. And there's Mama Catface. Hi, Mama Catface. Anyway, so I don't know why I was saying all that, but there you go. I just thought I'd say, do you have any thoughts?
Well, because you could.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go. So do you guys want to do a tabletop discussion question like we did last night? I got this thing. Or does Bareface want to do something?
Well, here's a question.
All right.
How many of you feel a little awkward when we do things like that? We have some fun time, like Free for All Friday, but then we know people are evacuating Florida, and
right.
There's this hurricane coming. It's been called a lawnmower from the sky, and the West Coast is on fire, and just worst earthquake in a century in Mexico, and just all these things going on, the flooding in the Philippines, and snow to go across the Middle East, and just all these crazy things going on around the world in the natural world. And just like, it's kind of exciting in a way that, again, these things have happened before, but they do seem to me a little unprecedented to happen all at the same time. Matthew chapter 24, there'll be wars, rumors of wars, earthquakes in diverse places, things that people say, well, there's always been earthquakes, but, the language there, when he says they're like, birth pangs, they get more intense and closer together.
Right.
And that's what we have seen over the years, and just all these crazy things are just kind of ramping up. So it's exciting that our redemption draweth nigh. Look up. But maybe the day is close to his return. Indeed, Kat. Indeed. And so.
Did you miss the Equifax thing?
Well, I saw a headline about something bad, but I don't know what it was.
Equifax was hacked.
That's delightful.
And it says here.
Equifax.
Now, I learned this at pickleball because my friend Lewis, or Buzz, he goes by Buzz. He is actually in the insurance world, and he was sitting there on his phone during a break that we had. It says here, according to the New York Times, they just published this about 4 hours ago. It says Equifax says cyber attack may have affected only a mere 143 million homes, people.
Okay.
In the U.S. Okay.
Which is pretty much.
Hi, Betty.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. Thank you. I should say hi to everybody. I've officially said hi to Betty and Melanie and Mia and Sherry and Denise and God loves you, which I forgot your name. Sorry. Cat Face, Chanela, the dancing. I don't know how to say that. Chapel Hill Media. And whoever else is here. Hi, everybody. Okay. And there's Vicky. Hi, Vicky. Yep. So, yeah. Anyway, so what do you think about the Equifax thing?
Well, 143 million homes.
Yeah.
Well, so assuming that some of those homes have more than one person, and given 360 million people in the United States or whatever, that's definitely.
It says 143 million American consumers.
Oh, not homes. Okay, consumers.
Well, no. Well. Yeah, it says here, Equifax says cyber attack may have affected 143 million in the U.S.
Yeah, well, anyway.
Million. Just so you know.
Million. Darn near half the population. And so, that's huge. If you try to get to your own Equifax history, it almost takes an act of Congress. You need to answer these 40 questions and spin on your head and whatever and get this double verification email back and all this kind of stuff. But somebody hacks into it, and they've got, Social Security numbers, credit history, your creditors, and just, talk about identity theft. It's hard to get your own information, stuff because if they have access not just to your history, but those questions that they ask you get to it, the answers to the question, which is based on your credit history. Wow.
Yeah, well, and that's what Buzz was talking about. He goes, these are the people you call when you've been hacked.
Mm-hmm.
So they've been hacked, right? So you know what I think? Okay, this is my theory. You can put a one.
Yeah.
Put a one.
I'm with you, Betty.
Okay, but here's the thing. Put a 1 if you think my theory might be valid. And put a 2 if you think I'm weirdo. Put a 3 if you don't really care. Okay, no. Because Melanie is going to put a 3. I already know that, okay? She's... Okay, here...
They call us. We've been hacked. What do we do?
Here's what I think, okay? Think about it. There has to be a one world global government, people.
Sure.
All right, look, okay?
Well,
there has to be and look, there's going to be a thing. There's going to be a one world
they should call Legal Shield.
A one world currency, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what better way then to have the Antichrist step in? Not that he's alive or anything, but I just think he is, okay? And who are you talking to, Kat?
To you, because you've got this scheme of how to usher in the
No, I'm just saying.
global government.
What is this, Harass Stacy Day? Okay, look, I think that if you think about it, from a spiritual perspective, the world economy has to collapse.
Sure.
Right? And the Antichrist has to come over and take over, which means the rapture can happen any minute. And wouldn't
Sure.
it be awesome if we totally just disappeared right now when I said that?
Thanks for inviting followers, Vicky.
Yeah, thank you. That's very nice of you.
The IMF has been talking about for years
see?
about.
That's what I think.
The IMF.
Put a 1 if you agree with my theory. I think it's a good theory, just so you know.
The IMF, the International Monetary
You don't have to put
Foundation.
one. I won't
Anyway.
be hurt or crushed or anything.
International Monetary Fund. I don't know. IMF. I've just been calling IMF so long I forget what it stands for. But anyways, it's like where kind of the world economy is tied into, and the U.S. dollar has always been.
I got 1-1.
And the U.S. dollar has always been the reserve currency, the IMF.
I got a 5? Really, Mia?
And yeah.
You guys crack me up.
And in the
Okay.
past several years, I know ever since before we moved here, I'd say, well, during the past decade, the IMF has been talking about replacing the U.S. dollar as a reserve currency for the world. You know, everybody talks about dollars, barrels of oil selling U.S. dollars, etc. When it comes to international exchange, the U.S. dollar. And they've talked about replacing it, but there's been no contender. The only thing that comes close is the Chinese.
Right, Betty. See, that's
Yuan.
exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So
And think about it. The Bitcoin craze thingy that's going on.
Cryptocurrency?
I think that's all tied into it, if you think about it.
sure. So yeah. So rather than replacing the U.S. dollar as the reserve currency, for the world, currency, instead of, if you destabilize it, there's really nothing behind it to come in as far as existing currencies. So yeah, that would be great to not to destabilize the currency itself, but say everybody has, this has been hacked and that's been hacked, and so so now people can get into banks and get into money, and what it's like, so it's not that the currency, even though it's been fiat currency for a long time, it has no intrinsic value, but then it's well, since,
Do you know, every time you say the word fiat, I think of a Fiat.
what do you mean you think of a fiat?
The car.
Okay.
Don't you
Okay.
even know what a Fiat is? You don't even know. Remember a Fiat?
Yeah. Okay.
Just saying, people.
Yeah.
Yep. I sidetracked you,
Cooper
didn't I?
Yes, you did. Anyway.
That's that to you, isn't it? Mm-hmm.
Well-
Oh, wait, you're feeling this way now, aren't you?
Yeah. So anyway. So
I try to be. Hey,
Yeah, so
this
there's-
is Free for All Friday. I can be silly if I want to be.
anyway, just brainstorming this with you. So, not making any prophecies or anything like that. But so rather than, the currency itself, I'm at the store, so I have to run. Okay, you're cracking me up. Good. Glad to bring some smiles to your day. Be
Aw.
careful out there.
Yes, drive safe in California.
It's dangerous out there. So, anyway, so rather than cast, dispersion or, rather than devalue the currency itself, which would be hard because the economy's strong, and even when the economy's weak, it's just the U.S. dollar has been stronger than any other currency in the world. It's just no contender. And so since that's hard to do, now if we can cast doubt or suspicion upon the access of it, that the amounts represented in this account or that account or this other account.
Okay. All right. You are so welcome. What's your name
Okay.
again? I forgot the name of God Loves You. 24/7. I totally forgot. And then Patricia came in, our newest. Aaron.
Okay, so let me just finish the thought. Try to finish
Right,
the
I'm
thought.
going to try to remember that, Aaron.
Aaron, yeah.
Remind us in the future. That way we don't keep forgetting, because it might take us a while.
Maple Leaf Aaron. All right, so
Okay.
anyway, so if there can be concern or doubt cast upon the access to that currency and whether or not what shows in your account, what shows in my account and their account is accurate anymore. Yes, the currency is valuable, but we don't know who has what or anything like that. So, we just need to start all over again and just not deal with any world currencies from any nation based on any nation's economy. Then, like say, enters the cryptocurrency, and we can start afresh. We can start new, and anyway, yeah, I can see it. Totally see it.
And all that because I brought up the fact that Equifax was hacked. Mm-hmm. See how you can apply the Bible to anything? Most jobs pay direct deposit. Everything is going digital. Yeah.
Right.
And you know what? That's what's interesting, because Okay, there was a documentary. Okay, remember it, Randall? It's with Grant Jeffrey and Catherine Albrecht. Spy Chips. Was it Spy Chips? I think it was Spy Chips. Is that the name of it?
I'll ask the fact checker.
Google. Who wants to have the mind of God? Yeah, just so you know, Google, that's their goal, to have the mind of God. You probably already know that, though. Anyway, in this film, and I'm trying to remember the name of it. I think it was. Anyway, Catherine Albrecht, Dr. Catherine Albrecht, she wrote a book many years ago called Spy Chips. And the whole reason she wrote this book was because way back 20, 30 years ago, I don't even know how long ago it was, when your grocery store decided all of a sudden to give you a loyalty card to swipe stuff so you could save money next time and they could track every dang thing that you eat, blah, blah, etc., blah, blah, blah. She saw that as an invasion of privacy. And the truth is, it is. It's a complete invasion of privacy when you're doing that. Hey, Angie, haven't seen you in a while. Nice to see you, girl. Anyway, so Catherine Albrecht decided that she was going to sound the alarm about the invasion of privacy because of the Spy Chips things. Well, now everybody is doing it. You got your loyalty rewards card for bank, for your gas station, for even your doctor, you know, and everything. And people just give away their privacy left and right. On here. I'm on here. Yeah, you guys, I mean, hello. My whole life has been on live streaming for 12 years. So, you know, I mean, maybe not quite 12 years. 7 years, technically, I did live. 2 years on Periscope. So, yeah, I mean, it would be very easy to impersonate me as on paper, probably. Why you would want to? I don't know. If you want to hack into my bank account and put some money in there, I'd be like, thank you. Because you're not going to get anything if you hack into it, just so you know. But my point is that there is this invasion of privacy, and the thing is like when you look in the larger scope of the world and what's happening with the World Wide Web and everything, the Antichrist system is already in place, in my opinion.
The movie was titled Shadow Government.
Shadow Government. That's it. Thank you, Google.
Start page. No Google here. Start page.
That's right. Yeah. So, yeah. And so if you have a shadow government, right? If you believe in the Illuminati, which is just, for me, that's the fancy way of saying, okay, it's the puppets behind the scenes taking care of stuff for you, you know, that, like, see, I'm technically the puppet master. See, I'm making this here. Right. Okay. So that's the thing. I'm the one controlling this poop here. I'm the one controlling this smiley face thingy. And there's people that are doing that, you know, and depending on what you believe about Donald Trump, the big question is he really part of that establishment, or did he really actually go in and did the American people really vote him in? I mean, just American-wise, you know. What's that? Oh, yeah, that's the Shadow Government. That's a good film. After you watch that, you'll be a little bit scared, though. Just saying. They even get into the idea of your fridges and how your fridges are smart fridges now. And, you know, the different things, they're even starting to chip product. You know, it's like, well, did you drink all your milk? No. That'd be neat.
Oh, product's been shipped for a while.
Yeah, for a long time.
Yeah, it's like, okay, so, you know, you put your RFID gallon of milk, you know, you buy it, put it in your smart refrigerator, and it's like, oh, wait a second, you bought milk just 3 days ago. Your family's consuming a lot of milk. You know, you're using more than you ought to. It's not fair.
Yeah. Well, but then the other
thing...
You're
over-consumers. You're making a larger carbon footprint. Whatever.
It's tied into your health and getting insurance and stuff like that. And the truth is, Ronaldo... Hello, Ronaldo. The truth is, it's very interesting to think about, because if somebody's tracking everything that you're doing, then they can control you. The easiest way to control a population is through food. True story. I mean, it is. And, you know, what's weird is the news, and I caught a little bit of this on the treadmill the other day on Fox News. They were talking about an EMP possibly attacking, you know, what would, you know, what, if an EMP attacked, what would happen? Well, if an EMP attacked, you and me wouldn't be having any conversations anytime soon, because that would knock out everything. But if you look at countries like communist countries like North Korea and other countries like that that oppress their people, they do it because they withhold food from them. This line of baloney that there's not enough food in the world for everybody alive, it's just baloney. That's not the word I want to say. It's actually this. That's what it is, people, except without the smiley face.
Yeah. Go to your neighborhood restaurant or grocery store in a big city and look at what they throw out every day.
Right. So if you can control a population by controlling their food and telling them and deeming them what they can eat, people, and I only know this because I hang out with so many older people. And, you know, one of the big concerns in America is healthcare, right? Okay, we got Obamacare still hanging over our head. It's socialism. They want to make America a socialist thing when it comes to Obamacare. Now, the interesting thing about that is that if you go to Canada or other countries, yeah, hi Marcia, nice to see you. If you go to Canada or other countries where they have socialized medicine, you know, either the people are brainwashed into thinking, oh, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread because I only got to pay $5 or whatever, or they're like dying on the table because they can't get the treatment that they need. So what would you do? You know, what would you do to give to, I'm trying to think of the right word, to, you know, what would you do to give up the thing? Hey, Rob, nice to see you, buddy.
Dude.
Joel, wait, Joel, you're Joel. Sorry, Joel.
One of those people.
I knew it was one of you. I just kind of, you know, hey, there's only one of me. It's easy to remember my name because it's right there on the screen, right there. See? Gosh, jeez. Okay. So judgmental. Anyway, if you can control the food population, then how food is distributed, then you can control a population because people do whatever they want if they're starving, right?
Sure.
And they've done studies on this. Psychologists have done, you know, unethical psychologists have done these studies to show, well, what would somebody do in order to eat or whatever?
Yeah. Now I want a little sort of aside here, a little parenthetical.
Okay.
You know, back in the days of, I'm trying to think when George Orwell wrote 1984.
It
in
was
the 30s?
It was not in the 80s.
No, it was not.
I'll look it up.
Anyway.
I'll ask Amazon because Amazon will know.
All right. But, yeah, while you're doing that, so...
I could ask Google. Google would know.
Yeah, probably. But anyway, you know, he envisioned this
1950?
Anyway, he envisioned this world of Big Brother.
No, it was written in 1948. I lied.
Yeah, I thought it was the 40s.
Yeah.
So
they flipped it. So he wrote it in 1948 about 1984.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so he envisioned this surveillance society with cameras installed everywhere and that kind of thing. But look what we have now, speaking of Amazon Alexa, Amazon Echo. I don't know.
Oh, I know. That drives me crazy.
I don't know who in their right minds gets these things. Well, so convenient. I can say, hey Alexa, play the Beatles or whatever. But what is this? This is an internet connected microphone that's on 24/7 in your house.
Yep.
The CIA didn't have to sneak in and put a bug, and hide it in the curtains. It's right there on your tabletop.
Exactly.
And then now they've got the little dash buttons. Oh, I'm out of Tide or whatever I'm out of, you just push the button and it reorders automatically. Track me everywhere. Track this. No.
And your GPS and all of that there in your car. Fitbits. Okay, let's be honest. Fitbit.
True.
I'm wearing a Fitbit. I know I'm willingly tracking myself. Okay, somebody's, but it's cool, isn't it?
And that's it,
It's so cool.
It's
on your phone?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so, well,
You're not safe. You're being tracked everywhere, people. Just so you know.
I do have
you should be paranoid about everything in your life now.
I do have a camera blocker and microphone blocker on my phone, and I always had location services off. But what? The convenience of writing down my mileage. Oh, I forgot to write down where I went to that. Oh, there's this Mile IQ app. It's great.
It's a great app.
But in order to use it, I have to turn location services on. And
what did we do before GPS? We used a paper map, people. That's what we used.
And we wrote down directions and still arrived on time.
We should stage a coup against the government.
Yeah. Throw out all our digital technology. We say that on Periscope.
We've we've all been, somebody said once it's called the web for a reason.
Yep.
Because we're all stuck in it.
Yep.
We're doomed, people. We're doomed. Run for the hills right now.
Too loud.
Just run for the hills. I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm kind of kidding.
Yeah.
I am, but I'm not. Because there's.
Yeah, it's ironic to me, or it's, well, it's ironic. It's
Just be aware it's happening. That's all.
yeah, it's just funny. We talked, the spy movies from the 50s and 60s, even 70s, ooh, a bug, and they're, tracking the phone calls, and, their wiretaps and all this kind of stuff, and, ooh, it's all espionage, but now we all volunteer for it. Ooh. I have the EverDrive app on my phone. It says myself.
Hey, Bum Baby is back.
Oh, cool.
Bum Baby showed up.
So,
Thank you for coming in.
But now we've just volunteered everything. Track us, listen to us, watch us.
Yep.
Know where we go, know what we buy, when we buy it. Direct deposit.
So can we change the subject to something more uplifting?
Yeah, let's do.
All right. I got these tabletop things. So
yeah.
How much time do we got left? About 15 minutes?
About 5, about 4, really.
Really? No, our Free For All Friday show.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We've been streaming for 56 minutes.
Okay. All right. So I got this game yesterday. It was a shock that it was a game when I got it. And here is a good question. And actually, Randall, I'm going to hand you the cube.
Yeah, no crickets.
Yeah, there's
no crickets will be harmed.
No, I'm going to hand Randall the cube. Here, take the cube, and then you can pick out a question, too, that you want. But I saw this question.
Who's to say that I didn't have a duplicate cube in this part of the country?
I want your answers in the chat room, okay? So participate. Okay, here's the question. They're not
all facing the same. No, they're all facing different directions.
They're messed up. Bygones. Okay, anyway. So here's today's question. Have you ever run into someone you knew when you were far from home?
Yes.
This is a very interesting question. So you said yes. Okay, so tell us about it. I guess you could say yes or no, or you could say yes and tell your name, or you could say no. It doesn't really matter, but I am curious. Have you ever run into someone you knew when you were far from home?
Certainly, a number of times.
When you were far from home. First, you got to define far from home.
Far, let's say at least 300 miles.
Okay.
400 miles.
All right.
Yeah, I went up to when I was in junior high.
So Angie says, yes, I have. I was traveling home from a biology field course and ran into a childhood friend. A pit stop in Ottawa, 5 hours away. Wow. That's cool. Hey, Lisa. Welcome to the broadcast. Thank you for coming in.
When I was junior high, my family went up and stayed in, Kings Canyon National Park in California. And so, anyway, we were there. I was talking walkie-talkies with a friend that went with me, and then a familiar voice came on walkie-talkie. It was somebody we knew from school, and we found out 2 other classmates and a teacher from our junior high school were all there at that campground, unbeknownst to each other.
Wow!
In that couple days, so
very cool.
But I know it's happened at other times as well.
So Melanie said, I've met someone related to someone I knew in another state. All right.
Yeah.
That's true. I remember for me, okay, you know your sister, right? Cindy?
My sister?
Yeah, your sister.
Yeah.
My sister-in-law.
Known her all my life.
I know. Yeah, because you're younger than she is.
Yeah.
So this was a couple of years back. This was kind of interesting, actually. The setup, God laid on my heart a friend of mine, okay, who was, you guys prayed for my baby girl going to school.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I remember.
So God laid, okay, here's the thing. My friend Michelle from 4th grade, met her in 4th grade, the Lord laid her on my heart. And I was like, Lord, I haven't talked to her since we graduated from 12th grade. This was a number of years ago. And it was probably a good 10, 15 years after I graduated. Anyway, Awesome.
All right. I was going to ask for an update, but I didn't want to interrupt Stacy.
Yeah, that's okay.
Praise God.
So that is awesome. Thank you for letting us know that answer to prayer. So I was praying to get in touch with Michelle because I had lost her info. Well, I was like, okay, Lord, look, I want to find Michelle again, but I can't find her because I don't know where she is. I looked everywhere and I couldn't find her. Well, then one day, me and Randall went to his sister's at H&R Block to do taxes because she used to do our taxes for us. And I'm sitting in there, and in comes this woman walking into H&R Block. And I turned, and I looked at the person. I'm like, that can't be Marianne. That cannot be Marianne. I'm like, that's Marianne. No way. That can't be Marianne. Well, Marianne was Michelle's sister. So I got up. I go, Marianne. Anyway, long story short, Marianne is Michelle's sister. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I said, hey, do you remember, anyway, I said, hey, you remember me? Blah, blah, blah. Tell me about, and it was this thing. Well, what I didn't know was that Marianne was really good friends with my sister-in-law. I mean, talk about like, 6 degrees of separation or whatever. Marianne was really good friends with my sister-in-law who all I had to do is, I didn't know that, of course, 'cause I don't know all my sister-in-law's friends, but that was an instance when I wasn't far from home though, but I was away from home, and it was not random. I don't think so. That's it. Only a couple of you. So okay. So Randall, can you do another question?
Okay,
this is fun, isn't it? I think it's fun.
Yeah, I was busy arranging the cards, so I didn't pick one out.
You're not like
it just bugged me that they
type
were
A or anything, are you? Yeah, you
All right.
are. We know you are. You're type A personality.
This is a very good question.
Okay, go ahead and ask.
Is it more charitable to spend your money or your time?
Ooh, that is a good one. Okay, the question is it more charitable to spend your money or your time? I think, honestly, that's difficult to answer because that's hard. Because time is money, right? Mm-hmm. And so I would have to go with Angie, and I would say time.
Me too.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Okay, so Betty says equally both, but yeah, I would say time. Yeah.
Because if you don't have much money, what if you buy
Melanie, can I fidget slap you? What if I buy a watch?
Anyway, if you don't have much money, which one you value most?
Yeah.
But I think
time is more.
Whereas any pet rescue or crisis pregnancy center, whatever, would love to have your monetary donations. I think they would be more impressed by people that volunteered their time.
Yeah.
It's like, because there are lots of people
time doesn't pay the bills, people, just so you know.
There are lots of people who can give money, and for them it's a tax write-off. But
I think it's the lazy way out sometimes just to give money, but I think a lot of people need to give more money.
Yeah, I think time could be more of a sacrifice for one, but money can be more of a sacrifice
for another. That's
exactly.
Very true. I know for me, money is more of a sacrifice for me because I don't have a lot of it. But time is too, because we all have the same amount of time. But
Pablo Escobar.
I have no idea who that is. But Pablo Escobar, if you're in the house, you're loved, just so you know. What is the relevance of honoring the Sabbath? That is a good question. Do you want to answer that?
Sure, I'm going to... Whoops, come on.
What?
I was trying to
view
the profile there, but didn't get to it.
Oh. By the way, thank you for all those beautiful hearts. And thank you also for sharing this out, those of you who have done that. I appreciate that a lot. Because we know who you are. Because we could see when you share it out. You're here. Okay, who did you did that photograph? That doesn't make sense. Who did you did the photograph?
Okay, Koa 1776.
I don't know what that means. I have no clue what that means, actually.
So what is the significance, relevance? I forget the question about observing the Sabbath.
How did you do the photograph? Are you asking how we were doing a split screen? Is that what you want to know? Barry, it's a mystery.
Mystery.
It's secret. There's a little box that we use. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, we use Wirecast, which is a software, and then we take that, we push it out to Periscope
Boom.
using Periscope Producer. Yeah. There.
Relevance of Sabbath today.
See all that fancy schmancy stuff? That's what we were doing.
All right, relevance of Sabbath. There are many, Messianic Jews, Jewish believers in Yeshua, Messiah, who observe the Sabbath. I went to a Messianic congregation on Saturdays on the Sabbath day. And so I think the best way to sum it up is the way that the Apostle Paul summed it up in Romans chapter 14. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask here, which Stacy knows I'm not very good at. I was just gonna bring up the text.
You want to find what? A Messianic congregation? So yeah.
Oh boy, I used to know a website for that, but I'm sure
you
Start Page knows.
You could Google it.
Start Page.
Google it.
All right. Anyway.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. Start Page is a browser that Catherine Albrecht recommends using because it doesn't track where you search and stuff.
Yeah, it doesn't track your
so you can go to startpage.com. You can use them, and they actually somehow they connect it into Google searches, so you still get the Google results.
Yeah, they pass on the...
Yeah, just without getting tracked.
And then and where possible, you can look at the results through a proxy. So your IP address isn't connected to the one and the results, but sometimes there's so much JavaScript and whatnot that anyway the page doesn't view right. But the Sabbath is what Jesus followed. It was a key ingredient of God's instruction, henceforth commandment. Indeed. But Romans 14, I'm going to pick it up in verse 5. We'll go with the English Standard Version because it's handy. See, cut to there. One person esteems one day as better than another, while another esteems all days alike. Each one should be fully convinced in his own mind. The one who observes a day observes it in honor of the Lord. The one who eats in honor of the Lord, since he gives thanks to God, while the one who abstains in honor of the Lord and gives thanks to God. For none of us lives to himself, and none of us dies to himself. For if we live to the Lord, and if we die to the Lord. So then, whether we live or whether we die, we are the Lord's. For to this end Christ died and lived again, that he might be Lord both of the dead and the living. Why do you pass judgment on your brother, or why do you despise your brother? For we will all stand before the judgment seat of God. For it is written, as I live, says the Lord, every knee shall bow to me, and every tongue shall confess to God. So then, each of us will give an account of himself to God. Anyway, it goes on to say, if there's a thing you don't eat, do it because it helps your relationship with God. If you do eat it, be, convinced in your mind. And don't mess up anybody else. I didn't catch the comment. Did you about not?
He said that's not really a reference to the fourth commandment, but it's something about doctrine.
Well, it's a catch-all to all things. Yeah, because it's talking about eating and not passing judgments, but then he talks about one day above another. Some observe certain feast days, some don't, and it all comes down to for whatever does not. I'm trying to highlight that without selecting.
And Denise is back. Welcome back, Denise. I know it's easy to tap yourself out, and sometimes and I appreciate you being on the app today.
I can't highlight it, but for whatever does not proceed from faith is sin.
Is sin, yeah.
So, the Scripture tells us that Christ, Messiah, is the end of the law to everyone who believes. Now, the end doesn't mean abolish the law. Is not obviating the Sabbath in your passage, right? It doesn't name it specifically, nor does he specifically name pork, or things that have divided hoof that don't chew the cud, or he's not, he doesn't name any specific foods, or doesn't even name foods, meat sacrificed to idols and those not. He's just talking in general terms about, whatever you do it from faith. Being convinced in your mind. Now, as I was saying, Paul talks about Christ being the end of the law to everyone who believes. He's not saying the end like abolish the law, as Yeshua said, I did not come to, abolish the law, but fulfill it. The end, the word there in the Greek, talks about, I use the analogy of a treasure map. You follow the dotted line or whatever, and there's that X that marks the spot. It's like the end of the search, the end of the trail. This is where the treasure is. And that's the idea of the word that Christ or Messiah is the end of the law. If you're looking for righteousness, if you're looking for right relationship with God, if you're looking, for all that there is in the law, the end of that, it's not in the law itself, it is in Christ himself. That's where the fulfillment of the law is. And so rather than, it's great if you obey this and you do this and you don't do that according to commandments, that's fine. But if that's not going to bring you into right relationship with God. A right relationship with God, where I live, everything is closed on Sunday, so it's hard not to do anything on Saturday, which would
yeah,
right,
where we live, there's a lot of things closed on Sunday too, which has taken some getting used to, but I'm actually glad when I see businesses closed on the weekend because, they're not worshiping the almighty dollar 7 days a week.
Yeah,
nice.
Take 1 day in 7. Another religious notice, go be more secular. Okay, well.
Bible News Radio, the secular Christian station.
Yeah, no, the secular observant.
That's what I think of your comment, just so you know. Okay, how's that for you, huh? Okay.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. It's
okay.
I agree that we can.
Internally, this is what I'm thinking right now.
No. Yeah, I totally agree that it's a great idea. It's a great spiritual discipline to observe to rest 1 day in 7. Whether that be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, or from sundown on Tuesday to sundown on Wednesday. Whatever it is, to take that 1 day in 7, for keeping 1 day holy for our rest.
Can we get back to
and
our
for our
tabletop?
worship?
I want to talk about our tabletop discussion.
Okay, but ultimately the point is, I think in Romans 14, the point I'm trying to make is that
the biblical point is what you're trying to make.
Yeah, is that observation in itself is not something that dictates relationship with God. Like, you'll go to hell if you don't observe the Sabbath on Saturday and you don't, there's, Christ is the end of the law to everyone who believes. It's about relationship with him.
Oh,
and
yeah?
So,
how do you know that for sure? Huh? I'm just serious. No,
how much time do you have? Anyway, so...
Yeah.
Let's carry on with your input. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks. But
thank you for giving us permission to continue on with our conversation that we were having before you came in here to disrupt it.
No, so great.
Just so you know, that's exactly what you did, and I saw right through you, buddy. Just so you know. See, your argumentative spirit, that wasn't a sincere question. You wanted to come in here and debate. That's all you wanted to do. And you know what? You don't have to do that. Just so you know, you can go somewhere else. If you want to debate, open your own Periscope and debate on your own Periscope. Okay, sorry I said that. I didn't mean to be so direct. But it's true, right? Yeah, it was quite an assumption because it was accurate. Do you think I'm an idiot? Seriously. Hello, Castro family. I love pickleball. Who's the Castro family?
I don't know.
Are we the Castro family?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Marlene, we're the Harps, just so you know.
Yeah.
The Harps.
Unless Marlene is a bot.
The Harps. I don't think Marlene is a bot. All right, get to the last. Get to the last. That was a hello Periscope family. I love pickleball.
Okay.
That's weird. It must have translated it different. Well, clearly it did.
Castro family. Periscope.
How did you know? Fidel and I were very
distant relatives.
Yes, me and Fidel, we play pickleball on the weekends.
Only
we obliterate the Sabbath to do it too.
Only Fidel is gone.
Isn't he dead?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes. Yeah. What? What do you want? No, just kidding.
All right, so.
Okay, give us one more question.
One more question?
Yeah.
Even though we've got like 5 seconds left. But,
okay, I think we should do. It's Friday. We can do one more question. I was trying to impart important aspect.
all right, this is another dinner party.
Okay. All right. Whatever.
Not to be
bygones.
argument. No, then.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely. That 1 day in 7 is very good spiritual discipline. If you had an unlimited budget and 1 hour to shop, where would you go and what would you buy? I really don't like that question, but it was random. Stacey is oozing sass.
It's better than gas.
Yeah, that's true.
That's right.
Or some kind of pus or
Because gas would lead to this. We all know that, right? Just saying.
No, not necessarily.
Well, in my case, it would. I don't know about you.
Okay.
Okay, so if I had what was it? The
WJ
question?
at search page. What did you say to look for info? What search?
Okay, now what was the question again? If I had an hour, where would I want to spend all my money?
Yeah, but we're talking about messianic congregations trying to find one. And I suggest when you said Google it, I said startpage.com.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is not a paid endorsement or sponsorship by startpage.com, but you can go there.
Yeah.
What was the question again?
Question was, if you had an unlimited budget,
where would I want to spend my money?
Yeah, basically, where would you go? Just side note, science is understanding that fasting is actually healthy.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, definitely.
True.
Very disappointed with the wrong assumption, judgmentalism, sister.
That sister sounds a little bit snarky on the end to me, just so you know.
Hard to tell.
Okay, but assuming you're being serious, then I apologize to you for hurting your feelings. Do you forgive me? You can see I got sadness all over my face.
Can you hold the sadness emoji up to emphasize it?
Do I have one? I don't think I do, actually. Wait, do I? That one? How's that? Will that work? Okay, all right. So my answer would be, okay, I had two thoughts pop into my mind. Okay, this will tell you the war between the flesh and the spirit. My first thought was chocolate, admittedly. And, and my thought, wow, if I had unlimited money and I could spend it anywhere, I would want some chocolate. But then I thought afterwards, and this was a quick thought, I thought, but yeah, what would I do with all that chocolate? Just saying, because chocolate doesn't necessarily agree with me all the time. So my second response to that question would be, if I had an unlimited budget and I could buy anything, does it have to be a store?
Oh, 1 hour. If you had an unlimited budget and 1 hour, that was the stipulation. If you had an unlimited budget and 1 hour to shop, where would you go and what would you buy?
I would feed people. I'd love to see kids eat. Yeah, that was not even a thought in my mind. My thought was
not even a thought. Like you don't care about starving children?
I care about starving children, but
didn't come out right.
Oh yeah. Melanie said she'd go online and buy everything.
1 hour. That's pretty smart.
But see, that's the thing, But see, that's the thing. I was thinking I'd go to Amazon, but the problem with me and Amazon is I would spend more than 1 hour trying to figure out what the heck I wanted.
Yeah, I get in that paralysis analysis.
That's my problem. I would take because I'm so frugal. I'd be like, well, what can I get for that? And I would be still trying to get the discount, even though
I had an unlimited budget. I have like my urge to go shop for myself, but that would be too valuable not to help. Yeah, someone out.
Yeah, buy a CD and cash it out later. Well, there you go. Well, yeah, but I mean, I think that I would if let's say it had to be an in-store place. The practical part of me would probably go to Costco or something like that and get stuff in bulk, because that's, get food there. Then I could give some to the poor, But honestly, stationery store was one of my first thoughts. I would go to a stationery store and I would go and buy tons of planners and stickers
Ours mailed back to you.
And washi stuff and a whole bunch of good fun stuff. That's what I would do. Yep. Stationery. I love stationery. If you ever want to get on my good side, send me some stationery. Just not that you need to get on my good side, but I love pens. I love artistic stuff. I love stickers. Yeah, don't you love all this stuff? Yeah. So there you go. That's okay. So bareface, I already probably know what you're gonna say, but go ahead, say it.
Do you know what I'm gonna say?
Well, if you want to be Mr. Spiritual, you could say, well, I would buy food and give it to children.
I wasn't gonna say that.
I would guess for you that you would go to some digital music place and buy a whole bunch of digital music software stuff.
But unlimited budget?
Unlimited budget, yeah.
Unlimited budget.
You'd buy the whole Adobe Suite thing for the next 15 years.
No. But if it's unlimited budget, it's not like... that's the thing. To me, when I say unlimited budget, okay,
the sky's the limit.
The sky's the limit. Well, in that case, if I can have that kind of impact...
Yeah,
I'm not going to spend it on toys. I was thinking, what could I do for Florida before the hurricane hits? To
you guys are too much.
I can't build any kind of a seawall. Get enough. So I don't know. Everyone's trying to. I just couldn't think, and I thought. And then when I give the stipulation an hour, I thought, wow, an hour. Where could I go? We could get enough generators and clothing and stuff like that. But Melanie was first there with the Amazon. I thought, it's great. I could spend an hour on Amazon and just find every unlimited budget. I don't have to think about comparing and shopping. Just generators. Click,
but
click,
I
click,
would.
click,
But
this
no,
one.
you would totally compare though, because you and me are the same. You would totally compare shop in order to save the most money on
Not
this
to save money.
unlimited budget.
It's
Yes, you
unlimited
would.
budget.
You would totally compare shop. I know you because I've been married to you for 25 long years.
But if it was unlimited budget in 1 hour,
Yeah, but
then I would.
You would be like me. We'd get a list and go, okay, let's see here. That generator here costs this much. You know why? Because in the back of our minds, we'd be thinking the person that gave us this money, even though they're saying they have an unlimited budget, they really don't. And we're going to try to save them as much money as possible. That's actually, I think, really, truly the...
Yeah, it takes more than an hour to close in a house, title
issue.
search and all that stuff. But
Yeah, so that's what
I
think.
wondered if you came into a title company and said, here's $1 million.
You pay the U.S. deficit.
Boy,
See?
now that would have a lot of impact.
Oh, that would. Yeah.
I don't know how that would happen, but...
Oh. Well, geez, I think I'm the most selfish one here. I don't care about paying off American debt. I don't care about children.
Hi, Debbie.
You guys should just all unfollow me right now and go somewhere else.
House is overrated.
I mean,
so
my first thought was chocolate, people. It was chocolate. Oh, we could actually go to Andy's.
A million pens.
Andy's
Stacey wants 1 million chocolate pens.
We could go to Andy's custard yogurt and get whatever we wanted, right?
At any time.
Look at that. They're all done. See? I could get a chocolate pen. There you go. Dang.
All right. I think we've overstayed our welcome here.
I don't know, but how many of you want us to do one more question? Just put a 1 if you want one more. And then if you do, then we'll do one more. If you don't, if you've had enough, then we'll end the show. Because it's Friday. Okay. See, they want another question. All right, so should I randomly pull one?
Let's do this.
Look at that. See, they all want one more question. Are you going to leave?
No, I was going to say do this. I can hold it up.
What? Oh, okay.
Question.
A miniature cat?
Here's the box of questions, and I can just, if I can get it, I can just run my finger along and slowly, and then when somebody says stop.
It's more dramatic. Okay, so when you guys say stop, then Bareface will stop. How's that?
I know there's a delay, so I should start over. Here we go.
Okay.
And then when I see on the screen,
The first stop that we get, Bareface will stop. Yeah, this is the best Periscope.
Right
Okay,
there.
Denise
Stop.
said stop first. Okay, stop.
okay.
A whole bunch of people are saying stop. Why are
But-
you still moving your finger?
Well, because I'm not. I'm trying to pull out
Okay.
right in the middle
Oh, okay,
of where
I'm looking at the delay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
trying
alright.
to pull out right in the middle where I'm.
All right.
Well, that's lame.
What's lame?
Do you have a lucky number?
Pull a different one. Okay, that was a stupid question for sure.
Good evening,
Yes,
Colony
hello.
95. So some of the genuine, same kind of general
I don't
area.
have a lucky number. I have a favorite number. So pretty okay.
Mm.
So Mia's 23. All right, that's good. Some people are just laughing because that's yeah. Can I do one?
Sure. I'll just give you the box and then
Okay.
you can.
Pick another. See, that was Duddy. 11 or 7. Why don't you say 7 or 11? Because it would have sounded better, you know, like 7-Eleven, the store. I hope it's not 666. Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pick one now. I will.
Oh, I got to put you on screen. Let me do
well,
it.
you
Sorry.
don't- You don't have to.
I do.
Okay, we'll do the same thing. My favorite number is 14. Don't ask. I don't even know why. Okay, so here it is. Ready?
Oh, you're gonna do it that way?
I may as
Just pick one.
What? You
Just
don't want to go
random.
through the dramatic thing that we just did with you? I can't do the same thing? Really?
It wasn't dramatic at all.
It was.
It was really kind of duddy. Just pick one. And then when I picked one out, it was a duddy question. It was just
Okay.
totally anticlimactic. So don't want to go through that again.
Okay, here is my question. I don't even know what it is. Would you rather read the book or see a movie? Really? I pulled
What
this
are
one.
the-
What are the odds that I would pull that one out? Okay,
The
let's.
very first one.
All right, let me go ahead and get a different one. Oh my gosh. Okay, here it is. Should everyone be required to work in the service industry at some point in their lives?
The service industry, that's pretty wide.
Well, I would say when I think of service, I think of like being a waitress or a waiter.
Your dinner's burning. Go rescue it.
Yeah, that's not our fault.
Yeah.
So everybody's saying yes.
Everybody should work in the service industry at one
Mm-hmm.
point. So that could be, I already did that. Yeah. Same
Yep.
here. So what would that be?
Does Castle Park Golf and Fun does that count as service?
I guess so.
Like working with the public, I think everybody should have to deal with the public.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I've done that. I'm great at it.
Yes, especially CEO, owner, kind of like undercover boss, you know.
Yeah.
The
Undercover
airline
boss.
executive
That's
cleaning
what I
out
really
the
am, people.
airline toilets and stuff like that.
I'm an undercover boss. Not really. Hey, Pastor Rick Costa, Pastor Flash. That doesn't even sound right, but we do know. Yeah, a CEO should clean toilets too.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Thanks for sharing, Rick.
Yeah, I always thought it'd be cool in a company, just like a church I went to, that nursery service wasn't just the same people all the time. It rotated. A Sunday school class every Sunday, a different Sunday school class had to be in the nursery, serving the nursery. I would like to see that in a corporation where each, whatever, once a week or whatever, someone from whatever department, goes and cleans the toilets or, vacuums the floor, has to clean out the company refrigerator or something like that, and just rotate that job.
Yeah. All right. Well, Rick's here, so we got to do one more for Rick. Okay, one more, Rick.
Specifically for him?
This is just for Rick. Okay, then we got to leave. Okay. So, Pastor Rick, we got one question from this game called Tabletop Questions.
Table topics.
Okay, that's a duddy one. Okay, let's see. Oh, here's a good one. All right. For Pastor Rick Flash, here's your question. Who's the best teacher you've had? This is easy for me to answer.
Certainly.
All right, Rick, you got to answer that. Who is the best teacher you've ever had in your whole entire life? That's kind of blurry, isn't it? But whatever. All right. I think when we interview...
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought he'd say.
That's the greatest answer ever. You win nothing as a result of that, but hey, you know, I'm glad that you said it. That rocks.
Yep.
I think we should have one of these questions for whenever I interview somebody.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Instead of my A-list guest question.
Yeah, those are getting kind of...
They are. They're getting old.
Worn out. So that'd be a different question every time, just a random question like that.
That would be fun.
Be fun. Well, you know what? I think we need to... I haven't eaten dinner.
Me neither.
I'm hungry.
Not really.
And so...
Yeah, he gets a cricket sucker. He will teach you all things. That's right. That's exactly right. That's so right. So all you guys, thank you for coming in. Don't forget about the New Zealand conference. You guys, if you are interested in getting a ticket for it, it's
live streaming.
$73 or something like that. American money for a 2-day conference. It's live streamed. There it is right there. Go to bit.ly.nz stream. You guys can click through that and watch it online. Okay? And there's archives, so you'll get the archive too if you want to learn about social media. And Pillars, thank you again for all the support. If you want to write a review on iTunes for us, please do. If you want to subscribe to our YouTube channel, I think I'm at 84 right now, so we're trying to get to 100 so we can actually live stream on there, which we could do anyway, but, you know, be kind of cool to have 100 subscribers to our channel. And is that it? Oh, in my course, Stop Lying to Yourself, still on sale for $21.75 until tomorrow. So if you want to get that at the low cost of $21.75, then you can click my bit.ly on Twitter, or just click the Periscope link and it'll take you to everything that I'm linked to all over the place. And if you want to see our latest Snapchat story, I've updated my Snapchat in the Flippo the Hippo murder mystery. Just so you know, it's going to be available for another day, and it's all about Randall. Dr. Jennifer Fee has tried to frame Bareface for the murder of Flippo the Hippo by posting a lame picture of him holding Grover like this here. And anyway, long story short, I defended Bareface today on my thingy. Yes, we could go live on YouTube without 100 subscribers. We don't need 100 subscribers, but we're just not doing it. Why? I don't know. But anyway. All right. I think that's it, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right. So thank you guys for coming in. We'll be back Sunday, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right, you guys. Have a good weekend.
We're going to observe the Sabbath.
We'll see you Sunday. Okay? Love you guys. Remember, be bold, stand up, and go with God. Because he loves you.